Hey, welcome to my gardens again. I'm going to give you a quick overview of a certain plant. So, Joe Pye Weed is one of the great native plants that we have. They're just starting to open here. It's mid-July in southern New Jersey. We're zone now 7B, but and I have two varieties, and I'll give you a rundown. So this is the gateway variety. So this is one of the larger varieties of Joe Pye Weed. And you can see bumblebees hiding from the rain. We got a little rain here today. So the gateway, by the book, is supposed to be 6 feet tall. That's a fairly new one, and that's over 6 feet. I'll come over here. Here's another gateway. I have one over there, and then this one. This is about 8 feet tall. So don't be surprised. It depends on your soil, your general condition. That they will get much larger than what the little tag at the garden center will tell you. I do fertilize everything in my gardens 4 times a year, and some plants a little bit less, some plants maybe a little bit more. Then you have the baby Joe, which is this one, which is significantly shorter, but the baby Joe, by the tag and by the book, most of the plant distributors, baby Joe is supposed to be about 3 feet tall. This one is about 4.5, 5 feet tall. I have a new one right down there. That one I put in the end of last year. That's over 3 feet tall. And I have again, that's a baby Joe. Again, this is a gateway variety. I have 2 over here. And they will just pop the blooms out. The heads are huge on these. A lot of people don't like them because they're not that showy, like a coneflower or a black-eyed Susan, or but part of the garden is not about being showy. It's attraction and providing food for pollinators. Bees love these, butterflies love these. Once these open, we're mid-July right now. They typically open end of July. These will be covered with butterflies, and it's a great plant, very easy. Some people don't like them because they may have a tendency, they don't always, spreading and throwing out a baby here and there. I have one that I'll show you. So there's a baby Joe that somehow seeded itself inside my blanket flower. I'm going to let it grow out a little bit and take it out, and I'll move it and put it somewhere else in my garden. But it's that easy. It's like a Russian sage. If there's a baby, just pull it out. And people complain about like Walker's Low Catman. You get all these babies. I'm like, it's not that hard. You just pull them out and either pot them and use them, or just throw them out. But the only thing with Joe Pye Weed that you'll find is in the really hot summer, and I see this in both varieties I have, the Gateway and the Baby Joes, is especially with the newer blooms that come out in the dead of summer, and it's not a moisture issue, it's not a water issue, it's just a heat issue. So usually from the second row of leaves from here will flop over. Don't go running out there and just start squirting it with water. They'll perk up overnight and they'll be fine the next day. If you find that they don't perk up by the next day, then sure, you probably need to water them a little bit. But they're fairly drought tolerant. Like I said, the bees love them. They're all getting ready. You know, he's more probably hiding from the rain. But it's, like I said, it's an easy plant. Some people may not like them because of the height and the size of, you know, the blooms are on the gateway are about 2 feet, and they go all the way down the stalk. So you won't be disappointed. You just got to find the right section of your garden to put some of these. I've recommended more to most people the Baby Joes, because it is a little more compact. The gateways can, you know, like these, can get pretty huge. But it is a native plant, so try them out. There's a bunch of different varieties. There's different colors. These are all actually all pink. There's purple ones, there's white ones. But yeah, try out Joe Pye Weed. Thanks for watching.